While people may think of a high-tech metropolis with robots and holograms when they think of Japan, there's actually a lot of beautiful greenery and nature spots. There are a lot of outdoor places like mountain ranges, lakes, volcanoes, rivers, beaches, and forests all around Japan and all around Tokyo, and you can enjoy them any time of the year in any of the 4 seasons. The fact that many locals don't feel the need to travel overseas speaks volume about the abundance of things to do and sights to see in Japan. If you love the outdoors and are wondering what Japan has to offer, in this video I'm going to tell you the best nature places in Japan, focusing on some nature spots around Tokyo for you to explore. I'm going to be linking more information and more videos for you in the description box down below, so don't forget to check them out after this video. Let's dive in and talk about mountains in Japan. The geographic structure of the country has created many mountain ranges. The most famous mountain is probably Mount Fuji, an active volcano and the highest peak in Japan. If you're looking for a challenge, you can hike up Mount Fuji in the summer. It's an exhilarating experience to climb up this iconic Japanese mountain and to catch the sunrise from the peak, which symbolizes a new beginning, good health, and good luck in Japanese culture. Besides Mount Fuji, there's Mount Takao, situated just an hour's ride from Tokyo. It's a great one-day outdoor activity in Japan. The convenient accessibility makes it very popular among both locals and tourists. In Mount Takao, there are a few different hiking trails of different difficulties, so you definitely find a trail that's appropriate for your level and experience. If you don't have the means or time to go all the way out to Mount Fuji, then Mount Takao is a good alternative for a getaway from the city to explore the Japan outdoors and nature near Tokyo for a bit of peace and quiet. There are also many ski resorts in Japan. During winter, you can visit the ski resorts in Hakuba, Nagano, and Niseko in the northern part of Japan. There are also a few winter festivals in those areas that attract thousands of people from other parts of Japan and overseas. Now let's talk about forests in Japan. There is Sayama Hills in Japan. Sayama Hills is just next to Tama Lake, and it is also known as Totoro Forest because it was the inspiration for the film My Neighbor Totoro. It is a reserve protected by the Totoro no Furusato Foundation. I stumbled across this forest by accident when I was in the area, and it honestly took my breath away. It's one of the most beautiful forests I've ever seen, and I would highly recommend you visit it if you have the time. And there's Aokigahara. The most famous forest in Japan is probably Aokigahara, also known as Sea of Forest or Suicide Forest. It's one of the world's most used suicide sites, which is why many believe the forest is haunted by ghosts and spirits. It might seem a little bit dark and strange place to go hiking, but there are many popular hiking trails there. Because of the natural volcanic rock that makes up the forest floor, sounds get lost in the forest, which makes it perfect for the hiker looking for a little isolation from the hustling and the bustling city. Apart from forests, there are also many parks in Japan. If you don't have time to make a trip out of the city but still want a little bit of greenery, then you can visit a park. There's Yamanashi Park, which is one of the most famous parks. It has a gorgeous view of the Bay Bridge, and you can enjoy watching the boats cross the harbor. There are many monuments here, but the most representative one is the Water Guardian God statue from San Diego, California. It is a great place to relax and people watch. There is also Nara Park, which is in the west of Japan. It has about 1,200 deers in the park that you can feed and pet. There are also temples, shrines, and World Heritage sites within the park. It is a great place to hang out and explore different outdoor activities. In Tokyo, you can visit Yoyogi Park, which is situated right between Harajuku and Shibuya. It has many different gardens and even a dog run. You can head to the back of the park where there are small lakes and spacious green areas to sit and relax in. Yoyogi Park gets very crowded, especially on the weekends, but if you head to the back of the park, like I just mentioned, you probably have enough space for yourself, making it a great place to hang out and just get in touch with the outdoors and nature in Japan. Inokashira Park in Kichijoji is a great outdoor nature spot, famous for having the most beautiful sceneries all year round in all 4 seasons, from the pink cherry blossoms in spring to the red leaves in autumn and the migratory birds in winter. The park is also famous for its pond, where you can explore via a rented swan boat. Now let's talk about beaches in Japan. Japan has some beautiful beaches, and a lot of the beaches are very underrated. Japan is a huge island, and you can find beaches to visit along the coast all over the country. For those of you visiting or living in Tokyo, you can check out the beaches of Chiba and Izu to immerse yourself in the Japan outdoors. Chiba is only 1 to 1.5 hours away from the city. It has countless beaches, and the geographic makeup of the East Coast generates strong winds that are perfect for surfing. Izu is a beautiful nature spot about 2 hours south of Tokyo. It is a peninsula that has breathtaking beauty beautiful beaches and coastal structures. There's also a ton of summer activities available as well as summer festivals. It does get very crowded, but if you come on a weekday or in the off seasons, you'll find it empty and peaceful. If you want the ultimate beach experience, you have to visit Okinawa. It's an island to the south of Japan and you'll need to take a plane there. The plane ride takes about 1.5 to 2 hours long and the ticket probably won't cost you more than 6,000 yen one way. Okinawa is a beach city with resorts, 5-star hotels, and many sea activities. For those looking for a romantic or a peaceful getaway, Okinawa is it. There are also many islands surrounding Okinawa, so you have loads to explore and see. You can check out Ishigaki Island, which is probably one of the most famous, and Zamami, which is my personal favorite. I personally would also highly recommend Aka Island, where the waters are so clear and stunningly beautiful. Aka Island is right next to Zamami and you can see gorgeous coral reefs, turtles, and even whales. You can find out more about Okinawa, Zamami, and Aka in the description box down below. Then let's talk about lakes in Japan. Lake Ashi in Hakone is a gorgeous lake surrounded by mountains. If the skies are clear, you can easily see Mount Fuji from the lake. You can also ride a pirate boat across to enjoy the view. The lake is also easily accessible from the city because there's a tourist pass that you can get that covers a lot of the transportation. Another famous lake is Lake Kawaguchi, situated right at the foot of Mount Fuji. You can ride a boat or cycle around the lake. There are also many resorts, hotels, restaurants, and cafes in the area from which you can enjoy the view of Mount Fuji. This can be a great nature day trip spot for you if you're staying in Tokyo. For something closer to Tokyo, you can visit Okutama Lake. It has a hiking trail that takes about 3 hours to complete. The trail is relatively flat most of the time, so if you want an easier or more chill hiking experience, this is it. Another lake is Kasumigaura Lake. Many people come here and cycle around the huge lake. During spring, summer, and autumn, you'll see loads of different seasonal flowers, making the lake especially beautiful. Personally, one of the most special and gorgeous lakes I've visited is Tama Lake. It takes about 40 minutes by train from Tokyo to get here, making it a great nature spot to visit for the day. The lake is huge and takes hours to go around. Even though it's so close to Tokyo, it feels like a completely different world. You can also find the beautiful Sayama Hills right next to this lake. Okay, let's talk about rivers in Japan. Most of the rivers that I'll tell you about will have camping and barbecue sites next to them, making them popular overnight destinations for families and groups of friends. There's Oirase Keiru. Oirase Keiru is located in Aomori and is the only river that flows out of Lake Towada. It is a very scenic spot with many waterfalls. Then there's Takachihokai Gorge, which is a gorge formed by the erosion of Aso lava, and the 80 to 100 meters tall cliffs stretch out for about 7 kilometers. If you get to visit during autumn, you'll be able to see the leaves changing colors along the gorge. You can also rent boats and explore the river that way. Within the city of Tokyo, there is Sumida River that flows through Tokyo and stretches across different wards. It gathers thousands upon thousands of visitors in spring because there are a lot of beautiful cherry blossom spots along the river. Although Japan is home to some urban jungles like Tokyo or Osaka, there's also plenty of places where you can immerse yourself in nature, as I've shown you in this video. Whether you're a city resident who wants to get away for a bit or a tourist who wants to see Japan's greenery, you have many options. I hope that this video has helped you figure out where to go for your next nature fix in Tokyo or in Japan. If you have any other suggestions as to what nature spots are great in Japan, make sure to leave them in the comment section. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us anytime via Instagram or Facebook Messenger. We have more videos about traveling in Japan, moving to Japan, Japanese language and culture, and so much more coming your way, so make sure to subscribe and press the bell notification. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.